the BQi-C3 Pro by NIU.
Hello everyone, welcome to Brian Unboxed. In this video, we're going to look at the BQi-C3 Pro by NIU.
This is how the bike comes in when it's delivered. It's packaged well and the box lifts up from the bottom once you remove the straps. Assembly is required and the user manual does a good job on walking you through the process. And I have linked the video from the company in the description as well. With the bike, you get the charger, pedals, tools, front skewer, and user guide. And just to highlight the assembly process, basically you have to install the handlebars, install the front wheel, attach the front fender, install the pedals, adjust the display angle, and adjust the brakes if needed. An overview of the NIU company. They're a leading provider in smart two-wheel electric vehicles. They design and manufacture e-mopeds, kick scooters, e-bikes, and e-motorcycles, and have sold more than 3 million since 2015. They have retail networks across 50 countries, and they are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Going over some specs, it comes in a few color options: white, black, and gray. The bike has an aluminum alloy frame, 500 watt rear motor with a 700 watt peak, and has 75 Newton meters of starting torque, 920 watt-hour dual removable batteries, 3.5-inch TFT display, 3 pedal assist levels, thumb throttle, 60 to 90 mile range, 28 mph top speed, Gates carbon drive, front and rear lights, front and rear fenders. The bike weighs in at 70.5 pounds with a max load of 287 pounds. The ideal rider height is 5'3" to 6'1". Here's a look at the overall dimensions. The bike comes with a 2-year warranty, unlike most brands that provide only 1 year, and you can purchase it at your local Best Buy. A walkthrough around the bike, you'll see that the front has a front light, front fender, 27.5 by 2.4 tires, and mechanical disc brakes. Towards the middle and the rear, you have the batteries, the kickstand, charging port, battery keyhole, rear fender, and mechanical disc brakes. A look at the rear, you have the rear rack and the rear light. And on the other side, you can see the 500 watt rear motor and the carbon Gates belt drive. Looking at the right side of the battery, you have the charging port and the battery keyhole for the other battery. By the handlebar area, you have the brake levers, the bell, controls, LCD display, and thumb throttle. Powering up the display, you can see that it's large and bright. Pressing the power button again will cycle through the cadence, range, odometer, trip, time, average speed, and max speed. Pressing the plus button will increase the assist modes 1, 2, and 3, and the minus will decrease it. Holding down the plus button will turn on the front and rear lights. And this has a walk assist feature. Just hold down the minus button for a few seconds and it will activate. And finally, you can get to the additional settings by holding the plus and minus buttons. This will allow you to change the display, brightness, and the auto power off settings.
So this has dual batteries. You can see the nice red glossy finish on the batteries. Each side you have the battery keyhole along with the charging port, and I'll go ahead and take it out so you can see how it looks. And that's how they look. So the batteries are fairly light and easy to install. Just slide it back in, give it a nice little push till it clicks, and there you go.
Now I'll show some footage of the bike in use. I'll test it out on rough terrain, show the different pedal assist levels, throttle, test the brakes, see how it does uphill, downhill, and then give my thoughts.
Now I'm going to do the rough terrain test. This trail is bumpy. The bike doesn't have front suspension forks, but let's see how it handles. All right, here we go. All right, it's a little bumpy. I'm handling it all right for what you would expect for a bike that doesn't have suspension forks. Now I'm going to test out the pedal assist modes. This has 3 levels. I'll start off with level 1, see how fast we can go on level 1, and then proceed to level 2 and level 3 and so forth. After that, we'll just use the throttle and see how fast we can go. Okay, so pedal assist 1. Okay, about 9 miles per hour on pedal assist 1. Moving to 2. Hitting about 16. Pedal assist 3. About 25 on pedal assist 3. Okay, so with the pedal assist, we got up to 25.9 miles per hour. That was also validated on the display here with the max speed. I was pedaling a bit fast towards the end there to reach that 25.9 miles per hour. Now let's see what the throttle can do. All right, here we go. All right, we're up to 15 miles per hour. 20, 20.3. So it looks like it's topping off at 20.3 just with the throttle.
Now I'll test out the brakes. I'll take it to max speed, and once I come into view, I'll hit the brakes and you can use the parking lines as reference.
Now I'm going to do the uphill test. This road has a nice incline, and I always test out a lot of the e-bikes and scooters here. I'm just going to use the throttle only, and as you saw, we max out about 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Let's see if we can hold it or if we lose speed along the way. Here we go. All right, nice smooth acceleration. We're up to 20 miles per hour now. Beginning the climb. So looks like we're losing a little bit of speed. It's at 19.8. Not too bad so far. So holding 19.8 and steady here. Let's see how it does on this turn. All right, nice and stable there. Okay, so going up the hill, we reached 20.3 miles an hour and it dropped to 19.8. So we just lost a slight speed there. Not bad, not bad. It maintained it pretty well. So let's do the downhill test. And again, I'll probably have to slow it down as we approach that turn towards the end there. And we'll just use the throttle. Here we go. All right, we're at 20 miles per hour, just like that. Just gonna let it glide here. Nice and stable ride. So we're holding 19.8. Very quiet. So it looks like we reached a top speed of 22.6 miles per hour going down that hill.
Here are my thoughts on the bike. Assembly was straightforward, and the user guide along with the video from the company does a good job on walking you through the process. The build and quality of the bike is excellent. It has a premium feel to it. Frame feels solid and sturdy, and there's some good weight to it. The paint has a glossy finish and there were no imperfections. I like how the battery has the red colors. It gives the bike some nice accenting. Cable management is great, ran well along the bike. The front sleeves hide and organize it well. I like the fenders along with the front light and rear light. The ride was fairly comfortable. The saddle is wide and soft. There were no rattles, vibrations, or noises, and the steering felt stable. The handlebars are a good length and height, and you have the ability to adjust the angle on it. When it comes to rough surfaces, it can be a bit bumpy since it doesn't have any type of suspensions. The 500 watt motor with 750 watt peak is powerful and had no issues moving the bike. It was able to handle the inclines with very minimal speed loss. The motor is quiet along with the Gates carbon drive. Using the pedal assist on level 3, I was able to reach 25 miles per hour. With the throttle only, I reached 20 miles per hour. This has an advertised top speed of 28 miles per hour. It also has an estimated range of 60 to 90 miles, and it will depend on the pedal assist level, throttle usage, your weight, and environment you're in. The brakes were adequate and had decent stopping power, but I would have preferred to have seen hydraulic brakes. The LCD display is nice and large, bright, easy to read, and intuitive. Overall, I feel this is a solid built bike. It has dual batteries that can extend your rides. So that is my review of the BQi-C3 Pro by NIU electric bike. If you like my video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, this is Brian Unboxed. Take care, everyone.